guys. Well, I went to the lumber yard to pick up a paint pan and what else? A brush. I'm gonna try these rollers. They're for like lacquer and polyurethane and stuff. It's a fine roller, so I'm gonna try that on the interior doors. But oh my gosh, I was for that shoe rack I want to build. I'm obviously gonna go with pine. I'm gonna use 1x12 8-foot pine boards. Those are $28 a piece. 1x12 by 8, $28. I checked out a 1x8 by 12. No, 1x12 by 8 out of oak. $130 for one board. I'm not doing it oak. They didn't have any alder, so I'm gonna have to do my darndest to get the stain to look close to the alder doors on the pine boards for the shoe rack. But every time we primarily finished all of our renovating of our home, thank God. It's pretty much all done. Just a bunch of tiny little things that will add up, but I just tell you what, I wouldn't want to be building a house in these days. It's gonna be a very expensive lumber cost, and yeah, so I'm heading back, and I'm gonna get started on sealing these doors, all my interior doors. They're just stain on them. I never sealed them, so I'm gonna start working on that this week, and when I get back, we'll get started. Hey, all right, well, time has finally come. I gotta get these doors sealed, and let's talk about painting all your trim versus staining. Which is harder? Which has more steps? Neither one. I don't say harder. Which one is more time consuming? I would say, so to speak. Now, painting, as you all know, requires a lot of prep time. So, say for instance, on this door jamb, we got the casing to the actual side jamb, and you'd have to caulk here where the door stop is. You have to caulk on each side, wood filler all the nail holes. This isn't the type of wood you would use anyways for painting. This is actually alder wood, but I'm talking about painting, all the prep time, the caulking. You got to caulk the trim to the paint side of the wall, all the caulking that you have to do. There is a lot of prep time on the painting side. But once you get started with painting, obviously on a home that you already live in, it's much more difficult to spray. To get a nice, perfect job, you would spray the whole jamb, you would spray everything with an airless sprayer. And then, obviously on a house, you could actually take the doors off, hand paint the trim, and there's actually special fine rollers that you use that you could roll out, say the casing part. This is just 1x4 wood. And you can roll out the doors. If you don't have an airless sprayer, you would brush out the grooves. This is a 2-panel arch smooth alder door, and these are heavy doors, and they're not even oak. So I'm going to do all this on inside the home. I'm not taking the doors off. But you would take a brush and you would paint all these inside parts with a brush. And then they have a fine, like I said, they have a fine roller. You would just roll the door. You'd roll in the direction of the grain, actually. So you would roll, the grain goes up and down. And here, the grain on the tiles go across this way. Same with the mid and lower. And then the outside, you go up and down. But that's staining. Or painting. Staining, I think there's even more work and time involved, even though, because once the prep work is done, once you caulk, everything's ready to go, you just start painting. Staining, you gotta sand. Doors were already really smooth. I didn't see any raised grain hairs or anything. And I just stained the doors directly. And even now, I was test sampling the finish that I'm using, and it's a mid-wax, water-based clear coat, and they call it poly. Was in the picture previous, whatever that is. And there's multiple kinds of polyurethanes you use on doors. But after you stain the wood, most likely you want to do probably a light sand if necessary. And then you would add your first poly clear coat. And I'm going with a satin finish. I'm not going with a semi-gloss or gloss. The satin finish will, if there is a blemish, you won't notice it as much. But you apply your first coat. I already did my first coat. And now the next step I would have to do is I have to take I use a sanding sponge. Steel wool, you use steel wool as well, 0000. And the problem is the steel wool, it just breaks down and gets a little bit messy. I'm going to do a light sanding with a 180 grit sanding block. I'll do a light sand, wipe everything down, do a second coat, do a light sand, and then do a third coat. So the pros and cons of both sides, which is easier, which is harder. I wouldn't say so much of ease, is more or less, it's very time consuming if you're going to stain your wood, trim, you know, your interior doors. I think it's just a lot more time consuming doing a stain versus painting them. Painting them, 2 coats of paint on the door. There's no sanding involved. Basically, a lot of places they do, they get a masonite door. It's already a nice smooth finish. You're pre-primed. Maybe a light sanding on those before you put your first coat on. And yeah. And then if you're gonna paint a wood door, I hate when I see wood doors painted, whether it's oak wood. It's just, you just ruined a nice piece of wood and you paint it over oak. I see it done in all these homes out here, and you're really better off to take all those doors off and put all new doors on. I know there's a cost factor there, but my God, it's oak or mahogany. But these are all their doors. And I'm gonna go get a sanding block. I gotta take the hardware off the doors, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, first things first, I had to, that's loose actually. Huh. It's funny how these screws do loosen up over time from opening and closing them. And so you want to take off the door handles and the latch. Tight fit. I'm alternating as I loosen up the screw. It's not a real good angle that I have. All right. can't get that out. So, oh, it's just me, operator here. There's something stopping this door latch from going all the way in. You can kind of see it's worn off, the black, right here and here. Well, it's hitting the strike plate, but I see it sticking out a little bit, so we'll have to maybe see what's behind there that's stopping it from going in. There could be a piece of wood. Could be something in there that's... Why it wasn't going all the way in, I don't know. Trying to see if there's a visual I can see of why she's not going all the way in. Can't really see. Actually, the depth on this side is less, so I'll have to get my chisel and chisel this out a little bit more so it sits flush with the edge of the door. Okay, now I got an extra fine 3M block sander. That's what a block sander is. And I was doing some test sampling. This is, well, I like it to feel like glass when it's done. It's smooth, it's average, but that was the first coat. I just want to just go across it lightly. So you see, you know, kind of, you know, this color. You go with the grain. Oh yeah, that smoothed it out immediately. Same with, I did do this. Like I said, that can't see what I'm doing up there. We get set up. So then we're using Ultimate Fine. It's just called Extra Fine Block Sander. And I'm just going over gently. Did I do the? Oh, I did not do the whole door. So yesterday I was doing a test run with this. It's a mid-wax polyacrylic clear coat, clear top coat. I've never used it, and I'm just curious how well it is. And so I'm just using my block sander and just get in between all the corners, the grooves, break down anything. This is what I mean with staining. Why is staining more time consuming? Because of all these steps. And the sanding part, go very light, don't go crazy at it. Yeah, when I roll my finger down there, it's nice and smooth. Like this, I'm just curious if I did the entire door first before I put the first coat on, and then put the seal coat on. This is going to be, yeah. Well, yeah. So apparently when I stained it, it raised the grain a little bit. But after sanding that, that's smooth. And that's got a little bit of roughness. So after you stain, you can feel the wood. Take an ultimate fine block, sanding block, and it's a very light sand. And that's the matter of how your finishes come out more professionally. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep at it. So I just lightly sanded the whole door down, and I just wipe it off. Any excess dust, I'm gonna have to go back out to my shed and get some more rags. Yeah, that feels nice. And that has no poly on it. Maybe I'll get lucky and not need to sand again. Well, I guess I'm dreaming. I think that's gonna happen. I'll have to get some more rags. That's all there is to it. I got 6 doors. This is side 1. So actually there's 12 sides I have to hit, and my back is already hurting. I gotta go get my back brace, and I gotta go get more clean cloths. All right, I got both sides of the door sanded, and feels really good. And I use a couple different rags. Like I said, this is just a stain coat. Okay, let me go back. That I did not put any poly on the face. I put it on there. I don't know if you could tell. You kind of see the difference in the wood stuff. Feels real nice. And I did put it on the big panel. I was just playing around, testing the product. I do like it, so I did the whole panel there, and I did the full panel on this with one coat and sanded it. And she feels really good. I did nothing on the sides nor the top. I don't believe I even did the center on this one. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the door closed. I'm gonna get this side first completely, and then I'll open the door, let it set up a little bit before I open it all the way. So if it ends up touching the shower curtain, I'll wait a short time, and yeah, go from there. Let's get this first coat on. But I tell you, this is wearing me out. At the rate I'm going, I gotta get back downstairs, get my back brace. I forgot to grab that. I gotta take all the hardware off all these doors, and I gotta tape the hinges so I don't get any clear coat on them. So I'll start with all the doors closed, and then I'll open the door, and then I'll do the other side. But I think what I need to do, maybe I'll do 3 doors today. I don't know, maybe I'll do 2. I'm I'm not even feeling up to doing it anymore right now after all this sanding and that. It goes to show the amount of work that's involved. I don't know what time it is. If I'm already into all this for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And that's just getting ready for the door to get a clear coat on it. And then you got to repeat the process. You got to sand. I got to see if I got more rags. I got to look around real quick and see if I can find some more rags. Because the other 2 rags are getting dirty, and you can't keep using the same rags when you do this type of work. So let me go on a hunt. I'm actually going to take a break, show my back out. I might be just doing one door today, guys. Yeah. It is a lot of work. All right. All right, let's open up the can. And this time, I did the sample the other day. I only used an 1.5 inch brush. Today I'm going to use a 2-inch brush. They will just make everything a lot just better. I put the stain paint the stuff on the floor, or keep it where it's at. I think I'll keep it where it's at. Just get a little bit on there. And then it's interesting how this goes on. Do the whole side. Actually, it gets rid of all the. I think one of my dogs got locked in here. There's a bunch of scratches. So, yeah. Let's get down there to the floor. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I got my back brace on. Even brings out the knots. The knots look amazing. Just getting that color, that rich color of a knot. This brush is actually really nice. Okay. Let's get this other side. Seems to be going on a lot easier today than yesterday when I was playing around. Maybe because I have a much wider brush. Not 100%. I guess I don't like working on my knees. Key is to make sure you have enough material in your brush. Get to the top. Yes, again, work my way down. Oh. thought about putting the shower curtain in the shower area. Okay, that's the vertical up and down. Now let's get horizontals. Okay. Now, get this arch done. The nice thing about water base is, if this was like regular, like the polyurethane I have out there, I'd be almost passing out by now. I do have an exhaust fan in here. Not really sure how awesome it works. Now this is the second coat on the inner part. I can't think of the name. Oh, there's a word for the raised panel part. I didn't do this, but that'll be a second coat on the groove all the way around. And same with the center style. I think that's what it's called, a style. Because it's got style. And I did notice. Good lighting is important too to have. So when you are the long brush strokes from top to bottom is very important. You just don't go a little bit and then a little bit. You always finish off with a full brush stroke, full length of the area you're working with. The grip of the brush, I just grab however I'm comfortable with. I've done lots of painting, so I don't really like to hold the brush like this, finger on here at the base of the brush. That's how I like holding it. It's just for my comfort. And now, then I'll do one on the top part. I'll do the full one first at the top. From the bottom, I'll do the same thing. And again, just making sure your brush strokes are and then I'll do full strokes for coverage. Get a lot of just to squeeze out the excess. Push down on the brush. And then full strokes. Since I'm already past that part, get to the position where I am working. Two-inch brush, I believe this was 2 or 2.5. 2 inch, looks like 2 inches. Yeah, the knot, I'm just dabbing in the clear coat inside there. Looks like you got one more section of the raised panel part to cover. One thing you don't want to do, like I already hit this, if I'm going over it with fresh clear coat, that's something else. But other than that, you don't want to be that does look good. Man, it really makes the door look real rich. You can see on the bottom, I haven't done anything on the bottom yet. And the top, it just looks really good. This is first coat, basically. So this is the first coat doing this. And I got to get some more sanding blocks. I want to get some fresh ones, maybe some higher grit. Maybe on when I sand down the doors after they were stained, use a lower grit and then get to a higher grit as you're getting more finishes. And when you do put on your very last finish, you don't sand that. That would be it. That'd be your final. That'd be the finale. All right, let's get this down. Oh my God. The reason I follow the grain of the other up and down, so when I do with my cross, it ends up being a much cleaner. I just get closer to it. I'm just dabbing to get the material inside there. Now I'll do the inner part again. I'll do that first. See the excess. This is totally uncomfortable for me. Wow. There's enough on this brush to finish this. I cannot think of the word of the inside of the raised panel. Whatever. The biggest thing is when you're doing finishes on doors is really taking your time. And up there I'll do a cross, same thing with the bottom, and then I'll start going up and down. Hit that again. Make sure I got, and we're clear coat oozing out. I had bought some like reels or whatever you want to call them, rollers for doing finishes like this. But I don't know if it would have created a lot of bubbles. That I don't know. Pull that out with the brush. pen. Just adjusting my webcam. A little loosey-goosey on here. I'll just do a stroke up on the ends. Reason being is that I know I got full coverage from end to end. But I will stop. See if I can get that excess out of there. Yep. Got a little excess again there. Okay. That's that. It looks really good. Is there an extra? No, that's just the door. So I'm going to finish that run. Sorry. When it comes to doors and finishes, I am all about feel. All about touch. That battery wore down fast. So that would be it for the door, for the coverage. I'm not going to do anything else on the door. I'm actually going to take a break. I'm going to take a break, take a breather. Before I do the other side, I don't want the door banging on the tub and making, I'm going to pull this drop cloth away very carefully. And yeah, so pretty much after this dries, I will do a light sand, and then I'll do one final coat. I believe I could get away with 2 coats with this product. And then you can wash your brushes with soap and water, warm soap and water. And that would be it. That would be that on this. Trying to put a video together on finishing off wood. I still got to do the jambs, the trim, the casing. I'm just doing the doors right now. There's a lot of work involved on finishes. A lot of work versus painting. So if you're going to stain your wood and like all your trim, do as much as you can on horses before you install everything. I still have to do all the wood ceilings. I got a lot of sealing to do. And so far, I do like this stuff. So far, I'm gonna get this door open. I'm having a hard time breathing right now. And well, what a difference in the finish. So, on that note, I'm gonna take a rest. I still gotta go do this side of the door. I'm gonna put this, secret is, put it in a Ziploc bag, seal the bag, and none of this will harden on you. So, well, hope maybe you learned something from this on how to stain, the steps required. You know, again, I'll block sand. What I just did, wipe it down, wipe it clean, and I'll do a final coat of the polyacrylic. That's what it's called by Minwax. It's water-based. So it has a little smell to it, but not too bad. And other than that, guys, you know, happy painting, and hope this will help you in your future projects. Products. All right. Take care. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. All right. See you on the next one. Well, I picked up more sanding sponges. I was hoping for extra fine, and I only had fine. So what I will do is, this is extra fine. I'm just going to wash this out tonight. Let it dry overnight. Clean off the deal. I'll probably use this on the actual polyacrylic stuff, polyurethane. And this I'll use on the plain door in itself. And then, yeah, I'm just getting back from the store. And I always put my brushes when I use them. Like, I'll wash this tonight with warm soap and water. But during coats, I'll put it in a plastic bag. And that way there it doesn't dry up on me. Yeah, if you ever seen prices of brushes, they're not cheap. I buy Purdy. Not super big, they're just not $2, $4 brushes, you know, they're 10 to 15 bucks at a whack. It's just crazy. But yeah, I'm getting ready to do this side of the door. And put a little piece of tape against the tub. And I got tape on the floor. I will be doing a pure full second coat. This door, I'm trying to remember if I did. Did I do this part? I think I did. I think I already did that whole face. The other side came out really nice. Gotta see if we can open the door, swing the door open. The door came out really good. Brought out the colors. Everything's nice and smooth. I mean, it's really smooth. I don't think I had to sand. I will be putting another coat on it for sure. But I don't think I'm gonna have to do another coat or another sand. So like I said, my goal is to use these heavy duty fine brushes on the doors before I put poly on them. And the key is to take your time. I'm still on the same door as I was on earlier today. It's just when you have chronic pain issues like I do, sometimes you just don't get as much done. You know, obviously it's not like we're not living here. We live in the house. So maybe doing one door at a time, maybe it'll work out better in the long run. Like I said, I have 6 full doors to do, and that would be, well, I'll do another coat on this door tomorrow to finish it up. And maybe I'll get another door sanded. It all depends on how I feel. I'm not feeling it. I might not do anything tomorrow. But all right, let's get to it. Well, guys, that's a wrap for this. And the biggest, like I said just previously, is taking your time and sand. Take your time. Sand in between coats. Yes, I will be sanding this coat before I apply the final coat. And other than that, that's just a very time-consuming project when you do stain. So staining over painting. Staining is, when you're done, the reward is magnificent. No different than painting when you're done. The reward is magnificent. Using the right tools, using the right brushes. And yeah, I'm going to clean this brush with soap and water. And yeah, tomorrow I'll sand, do another coat on that door. Maybe I'll sand down another door, get one coat on. I don't know. Probably not. It's already evening. It's 4 o'clock, and yeah, I just been struggling with my back. So that's been my big power struggle, is my back situation. But yeah, I hope maybe you learn something. If you have any, leave a comment. And yeah, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And I will be continuing on with more content. And you know, obviously for the next while, it's going to be I won't be doing more videos of me putting polyurethane on. But yeah, I just been under the fighting back pain, fighting vertigo last week, and it's just been a rough week. So yeah, today's the first day I've gotten up to do something in over a week. So yeah, just gotta keep trugging, keep moving forward. All right, guys, take care.